Hi guys, in this video I want to continue my series on Lacan. So, Jacques Lacan, that's him of course, and something I've been kind of wondering about. I noticed the cigar he smokes, it's kind of, bent. Like, what's up with this cigar? Have you noticed it's not straight, it's like some kind of an S-shaped cigar? Like, what's up with that? I do not know. But what I do know is what Lacan wrote about. And in particular, right now I want to focus on the imaginary. So, if you know anything about Lacan, you do know that essentially, the whole universe for him breaks up into three components, the real, the imaginary, and the symbolic. And in his intellectual development, he first focused on the imaginary, then he focused on the symbolic, and then on the real. So, essentially, imaginary was how he started, and the famous mirror stage, is has to do with the imaginary. So the imaginary forms, from the mirror stage. Okay, that's where it comes from. That's its origin. And at the intersection of the imaginary and the symbolic, we have meaning. Jouissance is real and imaginary, but doesn't matter. Anyways, so what is this famous mirror stage? Mirror stage happens to you when you are close to 1 year old. Okay, when you are close to one, something happens to you as a baby of around 1 year old, and that is you see your mirror reflection. Like, you see that thing, this surface. Well, that is you. It's not um, an image. It's not an object. It's not something you do not care about. It's something you acknowledge, something that makes sense to you, and you see that is you. And in that moment, you enter the imaginary. So in the imaginary domain, you associate yourself with an image. Okay, so that is essentially the imaginary. The imaginary is your association with an image once you enter the imaginary.